we'll lie down on our mats. So gently releasing the spine, release the legs. The arms can be either by your sides or can rest on your belly, wherever is more comfortable for you. And just take a few movements to find the most comfortable position here. Bring your eyes to a gentle close and start to relax everything. Now feel the weight of the bones sinking into the mat. Relax the muscles in the shoulders, in the face, the muscles around the eyes, and relax the jaw as well. Lovely. Start arriving in the space. Starting to tune into your breath. And you may have a very busy day ahead of you, but just for this half hour that you're dedicating to yourself, you can just slow down and enjoy the movement and just take your time. And then if your hands aren't there yet, you can bring your hands to the belly. And we'll start inhaling and breathing into the belly. Feel how the belly expands and then sinks back in on an exhale. Inhale into the hands. Exhale. One last breath here. Inhaling deeply into the belly. Exhale. And then we'll move our hands so that they're resting on the rib cage, so on the sides of the body. Again, noticing here how the ribs expand into the hands and then sink back in on an exhale. Lovely. And then we'll move the hands to rest on the collarbones. And again, inhale and notice how the chest expands and swells and then sinks back in on an exhale. Breathing deeply and mindfully here. One more like this. Lovely. And then we'll release the arms back down by your side. And we'll start taking a bit of movement into the body. So we'll start circling the ankles. And then we can add that circle movement to the wrists. So we're very gently starting to warm up the extremities of the body. And then the circles, we can move them in the opposite direction. And then perhaps adding the head here. Swaying it from side to side. Working into the neck as well. Lovely. And then we'll stop those circles. Come to stillness. And we'll inhale, sweep the arms up and over, interlacing the fingers and just giving yourselves a little full body stretch, stretching the arms back and perhaps flexing the feet, stretching the sides of the body. Almost as if you've just woken up here. Lovely. And then we'll release the arms back down by our sides and we'll bend the knees, bringing the soles of the feet to the mat. And then we'll bring our right ankle to the top of the left thigh. And our right leg will be in a kind of figure 4 shape here. Beautiful. And then we'll start opening the hip by sending the right knee away from us. So we're basically trying to send the knee towards the front of our mat. Keeping the right foot nice and flexed. Starting to bring that slight opening to the hip. And you can carry on where you are if this is enough of an opening. If not, you can feed the hands through and grab hold of the back of the left thigh or the left shin. So this will intensify the stretch. But wherever you are, just make sure that you keep that right foot nice and flexed. Breathing into the hip here. Beautiful. Lovely. And then we'll release. We'll bring both soles of the feet back down to the mat. And then we'll do the same on the other side. So left ankle to the top of the right thigh. And we'll only start at the beginning by opening that knee, bringing the knee towards the front of the mat and away from us. Just simply working with the knee at the start, flexing the left foot. Lovely. And then if we want to go a bit further like we did on the other side, we'll feed the hands through to take hold of the back of the right thigh or the right shin. Relax the shoulders here. Make sure that the jaw is nice and relaxed as well, so there's no clenching in the jaw. Beautiful. And then we'll release both soles of the feet back down to the mat, keeping the knees bent. And next we'll do something that requires a bit of imagination, but I would like you to imagine that there's some fruit hanging right above your head, or something that you want to grab hold of. And what we'll do, we'll reach out with each hand once at a time. So imagine that you're trying to pick some fruit, so that you're extending one arm and then bending it, and then taking it over to the other side, so that we're picking this imaginary fruit and we're starting to work into the back body, into the shoulders. Lovely. Just a couple more like this. Beautiful. And then we'll bring the arms back down by our sides. And then on our next inhale, we'll sweep both arms up and over, bringing the hands to rest on the floor behind us. Exhale, we'll bring the hands and the arms back down by our sides. Inhale, sweep the arms up and over. exhale, bring the arms back down to our sides. And then the next time we come up, we'll press into the feet and peel our hip points up towards the sky. So arms and hip points come up and over, coming into bridge. And then on an exhale, we'll bring everything back down gently. Inhale, sweep up and over, coming into our bridge. Exhale, coming all the way down. One last time, really pressing into the feet, sweeping up and over, bridge pose. Exhale, release everything back down to the mat. Beautiful. And then we'll bring our knees into the chest and give the knees a big hug here. Lovely. And then we'll place our hands on our knees. So right hand on right knee, left hand on left knee. And we'll keep the knees together, but we'll draw a circle with those knees. So the idea here is that we want to really work into the lower back. So this will give your lower back a lovely massage against the mat. Moving mindfully here and perhaps slowing down if you feel like you reach a point that is perhaps a bit stiffer, a bit stickier. And then we'll move the circles in the opposite direction. One more circle here, and then we'll come to stillness. And we'll bring the hands to rest behind the thighs. And we'll roll up and down on the mat a few times. Just waking up the spine here and very slowly building momentum. So the idea is that on our next roll, we want to end up in a standing forward fold. When you get there, hang loose with your neck, head, knees can be nice and bent, and the hands can either be on the mat in front of you or resting on your shins. And what we can do here as well is start walking the legs. So keep the feet exactly where they are, but we're bending one knee at a time. Bending and extending. So that we're walking out the legs here. Starting to stretch the hamstrings. Lovely. And then we'll very gently roll up to standing, vertebra by vertebra, and just enjoy the journey back up to standing. And the very last thing to come up will be your head. Lovely. And then when you get here, you can perhaps roll one shoulder and then the other, bringing a bit of movement to the body and readjusting to being upright. Beautiful. And we can inhale, sweep the arms up, interlacing the fingertips, and perhaps swaying from side to side, just to stretch out the sides of the body. Very gently and mindfully. Beautiful. And then we'll release the arms back down by our sides. And bring the feet hip distance apart. standing nice and tall here at the front of your mat and really grounding through the four corners of the feet. Legs are nice and engaged, spine is long, shoulders are relaxed. Just finding a strong foundation here. Lovely. And then we'll take a gentle sun salute just to warm up the body. So we'll inhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms up and over, gazing at the fingertips. Exhale, swan dive all the way forward, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forwards. Pick up the right foot and send it back behind you, dropping the right knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up, low lunge, gentle back bend. Exhale, bring the hands down to frame the front foot. Pick up the back knee and step the left foot back, high plank. Taking a few breaths here in your plank. And then we'll gently drop the knees to the mat, untuck the toes, and with control, lower to the mat with your thighs, belly, chest, forehead. Beautiful. And then we'll keep our hands at shoulder height, but we'll move them out to the edges of the mat, so they'll come off the mat. And bring the fingers into a sort of teepee shape. Lovely. Engaging in the legs, we'll inhale and gently peel the head and the chest off the mat, coming into a cobra variation. Exhale, head back down to the mat. Inhale, peel the head and the chest off the mat, perhaps coming a little bit higher. Exhale, release everything back down. One last time, we'll come back up into this cobra variation. See if you come a little bit higher. Lovely, and then we'll gently release back down to the mat. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Press into the hands, tuck the toes, and come back through all fours, and then lifting the knees and coming up to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Just taking a few breaths here in the dog, perhaps bending one knee and then the other. Just finding what feels good in the pose. Lovely. And then we'll sweep the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. And then we'll bend the knee and sweep the right foot in between the hands. Lower the left knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Low lunge. Beautiful. Exhale, we'll frame the front foot with our hands. Pick up the left knee and walk the left foot to meet the right. Hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then we'll inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, coming up to standing. Gazing at the fingertips. And then bring the hands to prayer and lower the prayer down to heart center. Beautiful. Just close your eyes for a moment and observe any sensations in the body, any shifts. Deep breath. And then we'll gently flutter the eyes open and take it over to the other side. So bending the knees, inhaling, sweeping the arms up and over, gazing at the fingertips. Exhale, swan dive all the way forward, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forwards. Pick up the left foot, send it back behind you, dropping the left knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up, low lunge. Exhale, we'll frame the front foot with our hands, pick up the left knee and step to plank. Beautiful. Lower the knees, untuck the toes. With control, come down to the mat. Thighs, belly, chest, forehead. And then we'll open the arms wide like we did before in our teepee shape. And just take a few cobra variations. So inhale, we'll peel the forehead and the chest off the mat. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, up into cobra. Back bending. Exhale, come back down. One last time. Let's see if you can make this your highest yet. Exhale and release all the way down to the mat. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders, pressing into the hands, tucking the toes, and make your way to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Taking a few breaths in your dog. Taking any movements that feel good. And then we'll sweep the left leg up behind us, three-legged dog. Exhale, we'll bend the knee, sweep the foot through in between the hands. Lower the right knee. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, we'll bring the hands back down to frame the front foot. Pick up the back knee and step the right foot to meet the left. Hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. And then we'll inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, reaching for the sky. Exhale, bring the hands to prayer and down to heart center. Beautiful. And just to finish off, before we go back down to the ground, we'll take a bit of a balance. So balances are great because they really help with our focus and our concentration. So we'll start bringing our weight into the left leg, into the left foot. And we'll gently peel the right foot off the mat, bringing the right knee into the chest. Beautiful. Find your balance here, nice and stable. If you're happy here, you can stay here. If not, we'll start drawing some circles with the right knee. Opening up towards the side and then coming back in towards the center line. And then reverse the movement, circles in the opposite direction. Lovely. And then we have a few options here. So we'll bring the foot back down. Either you place your foot on the left ankle, either to the inside of your shin, or the third option is to pick up that foot and bring it to the inside of the thigh. So just play with whatever feels good this morning, feels stable. And then we'll inhale and gently sweep the arms up overhead. They can be open like this, or bring them into prayer. Whatever feels good in your shoulders. Find a point in front of you that you can stare at, as this can help with keeping the balance. And just play with it. You know, if you come out of it, that's no problem. Just come back to it. And see if you can find some softness here as well. Breathing into the pose. Lovely. And then we'll gently release everything down and just give everything a bit of a shake. Beautiful. And then we'll take it over to the other side. So this time you're bringing your weight into the right leg, the right foot. Bring the left knee into the chest. Lovely. And then we'll do the same like we did on the other side. So drawing those circles, working to open up the left hip. Lovely. And then circles in the opposite direction. Lovely. And then we'll release the leg and we'll come back to our options. So ankle inside of the shin, or inside of the right thigh. And one thing that can really help with keeping the balance is really pressing the foot into the thigh. That really helps me with keeping the balance. And then gently, when you're ready to, we'll bring the arms up towards the sky. Lovely. And then we'll release, come out, and again, give our legs a bit of a shake, arms a bit of a shake. And what we can do as well, which I like a lot, is inhale, sweep the arms up, and then release everything on a sigh, coming into a fold. And make that sigh as loud as you want it to be. Beautiful. Lovely. And then we'll come back up to standing. Perhaps take just a couple of rolls in the neck from side to side. Beautiful. And then we'll sweep the arms up one last time, bringing the hands into prayer. Bringing the prayer to the forehead for kind thoughts, down to the mouth for kind words, and down to heart center for kind actions. And we'll bow together to seal the practice. Thank you so much.